Good morning, everybody. Man, I woke up this morning. I heard some wonderful birds. It's like, it's getting that weather down here in the south. We hear all these birds. I'm not even sure what they are, but it's so nice to hear them. A little too cold up north to start hearing a lot of them all the time, continually. And I thought about that this morning. It's like, man, this is pretty cool. Get to hear all these cool birds. I'm looking forward to summer. I'm starting blah, blah, blah. I'm going through all this stuff about all these things I get to enjoy. But a lot of us do this other thing. We wake up, it's like, oh, I gotta go to work. What's gonna happen today? I know it's gonna be a bad day. Or we wake up and say, oh my gosh, I got this bill to pay. How am I gonna come up with the money for this, come up with the money for that? And we stress ourselves out before we even roll out of bed. How can you get to the point that I did today? I mean, how do you get to that point? I talk a lot about loving yourself, because I think it's important that we love ourselves, and we can tell ourselves that we love ourselves and understand why we love ourselves. It's always about understanding why you love ourselves. I don't talk about money a lot because I don't think that money, you'll never have money if you're not happy with who you are. There's some miserable rich people out there. I know there's some people that didn't have money, they were miserable, they found a way to make money, and they're rich. But what good is them being rich when they're so miserable and they hate everything about life? And you can see it in their face, you can see it in the people around them that don't want to be around them. And I never understood why somebody hung around somebody outside of them having money, to somebody that's so dissatisfied with everything in their life. Don't understand that. It makes no sense. And I don't. I stay away from those people. It's like a poison ivy to me. But why do we do that? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we roll out of bed, or before we open our eyes, we're starting to think about bills, start thinking about how bad work was yesterday and how things were, how whoever my boss is out for me. We think about that stuff. Who cares about that stuff? What are you going to do about it? Is what I look at. Is what are you going to do about that thing? I was trying to think about something to say today, and it's like I was talking to a good friend of mine in Manchester, Tennessee this morning. A great guy, great couple, very positive. It's the kind of people you want to be around. Their lives are, to me, their lives are perfect. Maybe not in their eyes, but I think that they are. I mean, they love life. They do some amazing things. It's so cool to be able to talk with them. And I told him, I said, I look up to you. He thanked me for my videos, which I was honored to hear that. And I said, you guys are very positive people. The things you do in life are for your future. I think we all have things that weigh us down, and so I talked to him about that, and to get rid of that stuff that weighs them down, so he can become an even more creative person. But we started talking about it. It's like, why do we wake up and do what we do? Why do we wake up and be miserable instead of rolling out of bed or jumping out of bed? Not rolling out of bed, jumping out of bed and say, man, I'm ready to tackle this day. That's what I did this morning, and I was really excited about it. When I'm traveling, it's hard because, especially when you're in a band, because you're not working, you're playing music, you're practicing, but it doesn't cover a 24-hour period. So it's a little different. So even though I'm having fun doing that, I'm with some wonderful people that I love, it's not the same as going somewhere, working, meeting new people, focusing on this. Yesterday I was overwhelmed with some of the people that I met yesterday. I mean, I was on positive overload yesterday because some of the amazing people here in North Carolina that I met. I didn't expect it because I didn't know who I was going to meet. I was out to inspire people and hopefully and definitely be inspired by others. I didn't realize how much people were going to inspire me by the differences in them and their focus. So that's what I look forward to every day. Is like when I go to a new city, like tomorrow we leave for another city tomorrow, and it's like, who am I going to meet? And who am I going to be impressed, or not impressed by, but inspired by? And then hopefully, what can I leave with them? What kind of legacy can I leave with them to say, hey, this guy was all right. He was pretty cool. So the next time I meet him, that we can have a new conversation about something very similar. And so I'm asking you to do this. When you start thinking that in the morning, quit thinking about the negative things and think about those great things. The person asks, well, first of all, you woke up, you're not dead, so think about those things. Those things in life. Start thinking about the idea that you can get out of bed. You can make the changes that you need to make yourself happy. First of all, by loving yourself. And I'm always going to tell you that. Every video, I can guarantee you on the last part of my video, I'll tell you to love yourself and love others, but really love yourself. Because you really have to be happy. You really have to. To get everything you want in life, you have to be happy. If I talk about money, it's always about one thing. If you really want money, if you really want millions of dollars and not be happy, do 5 things every day. That'll get you to that point of getting that money. I can guarantee you'll get that money. Because what we do is we'll set a goal. We don't do anything. You can write a goal, look at it every day, and there's some false things out there. It's telling you that, hey, write this down if somehow it happens. Well, you got to apply things to it too. You got to be looking at that goal and say, what am I going to do? I'm going to do 5 things today to make that happen. That's what you got to do. So let's every morning start thinking about things different. Say, you know what? Okay, yeah, maybe things are tough at work, but I'm going to do this and this and this to do that. Or I'm going to change jobs. And if I can't do that because I don't have the experience, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to find something to train myself that I know that I can physically do, something that I'm going to be happy with, and I'm going to make a change today. And that's what I'm asking you to do. Make those changes in life. You know, work harder on yourself than you do at your job. I'm saying perform at your job, but you got to work harder on yourself. If you really want to get things in life, become whatever you want to be, which you can do. You can. I'm not gonna say you can't, because there's some things I know that I can never be a basketball player. I can't shoot. I don't want to. It's not my thing. But you can become anything you want in life. You can do it. So start thinking about that in the morning. Say, okay, I'm done talking about this stuff. If I'm not happy here, I need to make that change. So let's make those changes in life, people. Get up, look in that mirror in the morning, and tell yourself you love you, and then think about why you do that. Then when you get out to see people, tell them you love them, because that's what you should do. That's what you need to do to show love to other people. When you start telling yourself and you start loving yourself truly, that's that light, that energy that you have, that positive energy. People think that, wow, I must have known this person for a long time. They're amazing people. It's because they love themselves. They're happy with where they are in life. That's what we need to be, happy where you are in life. So make that your target. Become happy with who you are. All right, let's get out there and make today your best day ever. I'm already started, man, before I rolled out of bed. I say roll out of bed, but if I jump out of bed, I had my cases and my base next to me. I think I'd probably fall on it if I jumped out of bed. So let's get out there and make today your best day ever. You know, be inspired by others. Truly be inspired. Listen to them. Watch how they talk to you. Watch all this. Listen to their voice, their tone, everything, and be inspired by them. And then leave them a legacy. Inspire them somehow. Leave that little trail of something that's you with them that'll affect them the rest of their life. That's what makes us happy. That's what makes us have purpose. That's my purpose, because I'm so touched by so many people reaching out to me to tell me they love these videos. All right. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for allowing me to talk. I try to talk slow, but sometimes I get excited and not talk fast. Love you guys. Have a great day.